All right, guys, it's Laconia time. Got everything packed up. We're gonna go pick up my buddy Brian, and we're gonna start this 10.5-hour drive to Laconia. All right, we made it to our first stop. Picked up our boy Brian. Ready to go to Laconia. We had to get gas, a little bit of breakfast. It's definitely further than I thought. For some reason, I was like an hour and a half off on what I thought we were gonna have to drive. It's gonna be a long day. All right, we've been on the road for like hours. We're in New Jersey now. Figured we stop, get some food. We're at Popeyes. There's Popeyes or Burger King, so not two great things to choose from, but we're not gonna eat Burger King. All right, I think the realization that we're only like halfway there is setting in. That sucks, especially we have to work tomorrow night at an event, and then we're gonna head right home Saturday. So I don't know why I do this, but luckily I suckered Brian into doing this with me. But we're gonna hit the road and see how long we can make it before we're gonna stop again. Why have we not been recording much? That's why. This whole trip is brought to you by the letter T for traffic. We're in New York. Still, I think that state line right there is Connecticut. But yeah, this is what we've been dealing with all day long. So many wrecks and just like, I don't know, like road construction too, lane closures. I've never hit this much traffic before trying to get somewhere. It is gonna take all day to get to Laconia. We were hoping to go out tonight, maybe do something. I don't know if that's gonna happen. All right, roughly 14 hours, we finally made it up here after a couple stops in tremendous traffic.
We're finally in New Hampshire.
Finally.
Unfortunately, we're here late, so we gotta check in and find something to eat. There's definitely a bunch of bikes here though. So, and we're not even that close to Laconia. So we'll go check in and see what we can't find. Maybe get a bite to eat and just kind of chill. We got some beer in the cooler. Might hang out here for the night and just plan for tomorrow.
Nobody else is gonna stop. Yeah, well, boys, the streets got to eat. Sometimes bikes make it to the pavement. Whew. All right, so the cops showed up. The girl slammed on the brakes, and I think he didn't quite was able to hold it and ran into the back of her. Not 100% sure what happened. We were talking and we just heard it. Saw a bike down, so went to go help him out. I didn't want to film up there on him. He's okay, but the bike is not insured. I don't think he wanted the cops there, so I'm just gonna walk away. He's good. He says he lives just down the street. So yeah, well, welcome to Laconia. All right, so little update on why I kind of walked off on that situation. So from what I can gather, we didn't watch it happen, but we were standing out before we got into the hotel. Old dude went down on his bike. What it looks like, they kind of made a turn and the woman stopped short because you're supposed to yield there, and the guy kept going or whatever. Looks like he hit his front brake, went down. And he was kind of pissed. You know, I saw the bike go down, so we were getting ready to go into the hotel. I just, turned around and started walking over there. There's no reason to run. He looked good. He was just kind of standing there like, what the fuck happened? And I was like, all right, so walk over there. Another dude stopped, come help pick it up. Another guy pulled in with a truck, come help pick it up. I don't think anybody actually watched it, but he said she stopped short and, I dropped it. Because he walked over to her, and was like, yeah, you're good. Like, she left. I didn't see any damage on her rear bumper. And one of the guys was like, yo, this thing's messed up. The forks look bent, need new fender, broke the brake lever off of it, messed up one of the floorboards, dented up the tank and the rear fender. Like, bike, rough shape. Everything was fixable, but just, money-wise, rough shape. But he said it's not insured. And he kept like, kind of like whatever. Well, a cop comes coming around real quick. My guess is either somebody else in like the area saw it and called the cops. And she come up and is like, "Oh, is everyone okay?" And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, you could tell he's just like, go. And the other guys were like, "Oh yeah, you know, she hit him," or like hit and run. And I was like, it's not what happened. And you could tell in his face, he's just like, everybody shut up and go away. He's like, I live local. I don't know if he was drinking or whatever, but you could tell he wanted everybody gone. So I was just like, "All right, man, you good?" He's like, "Yes, I'm good." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go up to the hotel." And I think the cop left, so I don't know. I'm guessing he didn't get a ticket or nothing. She didn't check his stuff. I don't know. He was out of the roadway when she pulled up. So I don't know if there's anything they can do, but they gave the description of the car. I'm like, no. So we kind of walked away with that one. But, you know, be careful. Don't hit the front brake when you're trying to stop. Get insurance. And don't forget, streets got to eat. All right, so we decided to grab a little something to eat. It was a pretty easy decision. Our hotel is right there. That's where old dude dropped his bike. And we got Applebee's. You know there's some MILFs in here, so we're about to see what's up. All right, we got some beer. What do you think about Applebee's?
Killer so far.
It's just as terrible as you imagine. But, you know, it's Pride Month, so we're going to share an appetizer together. You get what you pay for. But we get hockey. All right, we're up. We're up early, actually. Ooh, it's looking it is looking a little dark out there. They're calling for rain early, and then hopefully it will kind of go away. The show we're doing today is an evening show, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But we're up earlier than we thought. Just couldn't sleep, I guess. We're gonna go find some breakfast. All right, so this is the bike from last night. So yeah, it's in a little rough shape, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the bike from last night that laid down right over there. I guess it stayed here last night and didn't get taken home. And so he lived just around the corner. I saw a truck come over. I thought they were going to come get it, but it didn't seem like he wanted anything to do with it. I hope he didn't get hauled off to jail. I don't know what happened, but I didn't want to be a witness. All right, we're looking at the menu, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of like a thing for some of the breakfast. Or baked beans. Is that a thing up in the New England area, the Northeast? Baked beans with your breakfast? I kind of wish I got the house potatoes. That looks good, but we got almost the same thing. This food is absolutely amazing. The home fries are better though. Alright, time to start our journey to our event today. I think we're going to head to some tavern I know a bartender's working at. It's on the water. We're going to try to go there before the event because we're early and see what we can find. Beautiful New Hampshire weather. Beautiful. Alright, we made it. We were planning to go near some lake. We're going to go check this little local place out. It was $20 to park. So, yeah, it's expensive out here, especially since this is not where we're staying for the evening. So we're not going to be here too long, but we still want to experience what we can, even though we have to work tonight. All right, we finally made it. Laconia 2024. 24 hours in Laconia, basically. Tomorrow morning, we gotta head home. But I definitely understand why people come here versus like Daytona and other places like that. Because this actually has good riding and it's beautiful. The weather's great. I totally get it. Alright, we finally made it. Got set up. There's been some casualties. This was kind of a pain in the ass to get done. But we're here, we're set up. Alright, we're at this. I don't know how long we're going to be here. Yeah, like, I'm not looking forward to loading out, so we might be here all night. I don't know. But it's been a long ways to get to where we are right now.
So far, we're having a good time. Stunt guys are getting set up, having a good time.
So we swapped one of
It's
our
going to be
buns,
epic.
and we're touching buns. We're gonna share.
Yeah, they brought us a candle. I think they saw us sharing food. But for real though, this food is delicious and pretty cheap considering what we've been spending on other things. It's really good.
Alright, we finally made it. Got set up. There's been some casualties. This was kind of a pain in the ass to get done. But we're here, we're set up. I don't know how long we're gonna be here. I'm not looking forward to loading out, so we might be here all night. I don't know. But it's been a long ways to get to where we are right now. So far, we're having a good time. Stunt guys are getting set up, having a good time. It's gonna be epic. It's pretty crazy. We've been really busy, and we're not gonna be able to see no stunts. It's just a wall of people, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But we're having a great time. I'm sure everybody's out there ripping, having a blast. We can't see shit. All right, this show's over. Terrible recording. Honestly, just not able to.
Well guys, we're home. It's actually Monday. So I'm not 100% sure where we left off. I'm pretty sure it was kind of wrapping things up. We did get a little bit of rain during the event. It really wasn't that much, but it did affect the GoPro a little bit. It was acting weird. And when I tried to turn it off, it took forever to turn off. So I just, took everything out and let it be. I didn't want to damage it or anything. But let's talk about Laconia, right? That was wild. As far as just the amount of mental capacity it took to do that. First, me and my buddy drove 14 hours to there. And there's not really much to show you guys while we're just driving because we hit so much traffic. I mean, so much traffic. There's no time to stop and do any type of beauty shots, see anything. There was no time. The bike you saw, that guy wrecked, we were like, oh, it's here the next day. It was there when we left. So not quite sure what happened there. But the event itself was a bit of a cluster. It was a little rough. Laconia is so busy and so packed full of people that it is rough getting around. And this event was like just a Friday night on the heels of, what Harley's doing all day anyways. So it was really tough to get everybody in, get everybody out, get everything set up. Honestly, I think the best way to fix all that is if we're able to load in Thursday night. I can drive all the way up there, drop my stuff off, kind of get semi set up, loaded up, especially since it's kind of like a evening show. But get everything set up, and instead of being just an evening show from 7 to 9, actually back it up, and I would say let your vendors in at like 3 and advertise 5 to 9. And that's going to give everybody a lot more time to walk around, to churn the people. That place was packed. I mean, don't get me wrong, these guys, they put on a show, and boy, was there a lot of people. But it was almost so many people and so little time to do anything, and the stunt stuff was going on the entire time that people weren't churning, and it was hard to get everybody around and let everybody see what everything was going on. And before you know it, it was dark, and it was pretty much over. There was no time for me to film any of this. I think Brian got a bit of a snapshot of the stunt, a little bit of stunning, but barely anything. He didn't really get to see much. We were slam packed. It was his first event and the most chaotic event I've ever done. Was it worth it financially? No, but that's not
necessarily their fault. The show needs to be longer, and I had to drive 14 hours and stay in a hotel for a couple nights. So, I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be, financially profitable to do it, which is fine. You get to see people, meet people, and go in a different area that you've never been before, and that was a lot of fun. The little tweaks that I've said I think would help a lot, but the event itself was massive, and they put on a show. It was great. It's just a lot harder logistically because I'm 14 hours away. More local people, of course. It's a good spot. I enjoyed it. I loved Laconia. I understand why so many people go there. It's beautiful. Man, is it beautiful. I wish I could be there for the week. Like, that's a perfect place to take a few buddies or friends, family, whatever, take bikes, spend the week there. Dog's barking. I think the wife just got home. But spend the week there and just enjoy it. And just ride around, see everybody, hang out. That is what Laconia would be perfect for. But, yeah, so we got what we could get out of it, video-wise. If you watched it and got through it, man, you're a real one, because there wasn't a whole lot to see, and it was very hectic. But like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot more. I do plan on maybe the month of July doing a kind of like a month with Wretched. Just kind of see all the things that we get up to and what we do. So hopefully either at the end of July or like the 1st of August, we'll do a month vlog, or we'll release the month vlog. And you guys can kind of check that out. We do have some downtime, thankfully, from shows. So we'll do some different other type of style content. But as always, keep it wretched.